welcome everyone here, those at Deloitte and those outside of Deloitte. I bring you greetings from the Toastmasters Club Toast to Broadway, 195 Broadway. It's so wonderful to be here and to be able to speak in the spirit of the day, in the spirit of what's happening here. When we think about remembrance, I couldn't see how it could be any better than to have the topic I'm going to talk about today, the joy of volunteering. And it's so important to understand that volunteering, there's so many people that volunteered here when we had this tragedy here that's right next to us at Ground Zero. There was a lot of volunteers that were resilient in the face of adversity. They were resilient in their determination to help the survivors. They were resilient in determination to help those that were hurting, those that were afflicted, those even that had loved ones that died, so many that died. And you know, first I'd like to explain this, that imagine a world without volunteers. Imagine if there was no one to help those that were hurting or dying at Ground Zero. Let's think about what just happened 2 weeks ago, Hurricane Irene. The tragedies that took place, 40 people died, homes destroyed, lives destroyed. But there was volunteers that were on the front lines doing what they could to help and support the hurting, those that were lost. They came and they were champions. They were resilient in the determination to help those that were hurting. What is a volunteer? It's a person who voluntarily offers himself or herself for a service undertaking. A person who performs a service willingly and without pay. Truly, a volunteer spirit is what we need here in not only America, but around the world. Volunteers are the unseen champions of this world. They do things that we normally would never dream about doing. But it's amazing to understand that what volunteering does, it creates a healthy society. It promotes spiritual and emotional health. It challenges yourself. It helps you to help worthy causes. It helps you to stay fit and active. It helps others feel good. And it gives you the priceless gift, something that you can't buy. One of my most favorite sayings is, the most beautiful things cannot be touched or felt. They must be seen with the heart. And when you volunteer, it gives you a priceless feeling of expression of joy in your heart that you're giving back to someone else. Where can you volunteer? You can volunteer at home. You can volunteer at a school. You could help in so many different places. Volunteering is absolutely needed. And I want to tell you this, that whether you're volunteering through projects such as in New York, it's called NewYorkCares.org, or something like Habitat for Humanity, where they help people that are in need of homes. There's a local chapter where I'm in Staten Island called Staten Island Project Homefront, which it helps soldiers that are in the military that are in need of support, their families need support. It's absolutely a wonderful thing to do. My own experience with volunteering, I volunteered for a program called America Scores with about 20 of my fellow employees. We helped paint the school. We helped young children play soccer, learn how to play. And it was a worthwhile cause because we helped a school that was hurting here on the west side, needing some people to paint and to help the school get back to looking a lot better than it was. And when we left that school, we had such a feeling of elation that we were able to help people. Jesus said this. He said, when you've done it to the least of me, you've done it unto me. What that means is basically the unseen things are what really matters to God when nobody's looking. So as a volunteer, it's something that you have to realize that you may not get a physical reward, you may not get money, but you'll get something priceless. You'll give the gift of giving it to someone else. The time to volunteer is now. I urge you and I beg you to make a decision to volunteer at least one day a week. I have here a full list of volunteer opportunities that I'm calling to action for each one of you to get involved. Get your hands dirty. Get in the trenches and do something for your fellow man. It will change your life. It will make you a better person. Invest in the life of another person. Invest your life and give your gifts away. People are waiting for you to volunteer. I thank you so much for this opportunity to explain the joy of volunteering. Thank you.